Hello and welcome, everyone. It's Andrea Kennedy, and it must be the first Thursday of the month because here I am, and I've got my Reiki crystal grid that sends out distant Reiki to all who've ever asked to be in it. You're still in it, of course. And let me change over to my chat. I noticed some people here already and chatting. So, oh, hi, Liliana. Yes. Well, LJT, I will say. Good to see you. And Jan and Esteban, Sylvia. Oh, you're from Michigan too. So we're both in Michigan. It's fantastic. Hi, Bubba. Reiki mom. Oh, nice. Okay. So as we get going here, oh, hi. Hi, Dina. Great to have you. And gosh, what do I want to tell you? I can't believe that the year's half over. Where did it go? I don't know. I've been looking around and 6 months gone already. And it got me thinking about some things. It got me thinking about how maybe at the first of the year we have all of these plans. We have some people do resolutions, right? And here the year's half over. So I was just kind of pondering that this morning, and I don't know, maybe we'll kind of address some of that today in our Reiki share portion of today. I will offer you Reiki and sort of a meditative visualization experience with Reiki energy. We'll offer it out to everyone as well. And then if you want, you can hang out with me. I'll then take some questions. Maybe I'll update everybody on some big stuff happening in the mainstream Reiki verse over here. So lots to share, lots of excitement. And hello there, Australia. Oh, thanks for being up at this time. I don't know what time it is over there, but um, yeah. Serene, good to see you. Yes, yes, good morning. All right. So where are we? We're just a couple of minutes in. And so, I want to say a thank you to everyone who has written to me from the newsletter that was put out this Tuesday. So I send out a newsletter each month and I've been including messages in there. And this last message was from the Divine Animal Kingdom. And I have to say, wow, I've heard back from a lot of you that the message really resonated with you, and you're sharing stories with me and all kinds of great things. And I just want to say thank you for doing that, for reaching out and sharing. So I think what one of the things we'll do is we'll go ahead and share that link to the newsletter. In case you're not on the list, we can share the newsletter for you. So it's right there in the chat there, and you can click on that. And then if you're not on the list for the newsletter, we'll put that in here in a minute as well, and you can sign up for the newsletter. So you get all the scoop of what's going on. And I have to give a shout out to Martha. Martha, great to see you. I was thinking about you the other day and your beautiful music, and wondering how you were. So glad to see you here. And there's the link then for the newsletter if you'd like to sign up. All right, I think it's about time for us to start. And what I would invite you to do is sit back and relax. I got my squeaky chair here, so sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play music in the background. It's just some ambient music, and just trying that. We've been doing that for our Take a Reiki Break recordings, and it's been working out pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with you, and we'll go ahead and get started. I'd invite you to sit back, relax, close your eyes or leave them open, whatever you feel is best for you. And I'd invite you to take a few deep breaths. Imagine the world, seeing the world from a distance, and imagine all the people who are present with us now as little lights all around the world. And now imagine all the people that'll view this, and they'll be joining us in another way. It's incredible to think how we can come together in this way. I thank you for your presence and for taking time out, precious time, to offer yourself an opportunity for healing, for calm, for tuning into yourself, and for also wanting to share love and light and healing with others. I have begun offering the highest frequencies of Reiki energy for your highest good on all levels: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. See, feel, imagine, and intend that the top of your head begins to tingle or to activate, or some sensation at the top of your head begins to enter your awareness. Activation at your crown has begun. Taking a deep breath in, inviting your crown to open, to balance at a rate and just how it is perfect for you to sense your crown, for all is right in your own divine timing. And a brilliant light from far into the universe begins finding its way to you in this moment, descending, locating you, reaching all the way down to about 12 inches above your crown. The light shines upon you. This light is pure source energy. It knows everything about you. This energy understands who you are in this moment, who you have been in every moment before, and your potential. Of who you shall be in every moment that comes after. Upon your invitation, simply by saying, I accept this source energy for my highest good, the energy flows down into your aura, enveloping your physical body, your energy bodies, moving through your crown and filling your head, flowing effortlessly through each energy center. Your third eye receives this truth vibration, a clarity, a power of discernment is offered to you. In the perfect ways and in the perfect amounts that are, of course, in your highest good. And you may invite the energy further down, filling your mouth, your throat, your ears. Come into balance with the high frequencies that you have been experiencing in these days. Attuning your energy, attuning your ears, the physical structures that are present that interpret this high frequency energy, perhaps in ways that have caused discomfort, including extra tones or ear popping. Allow a recalibration in this moment between your physical body and the highest vibrations of this energy. Allow this recalibration to reset your system, your energy centers, to more calmly, more easily, and more gently process, carry, and utilize this energy every day with more balance, with more resilience, allowing you to be empowered in new ways so that you may manifest more readily, that you may be more present and less distracted with the high energies that are present for us in these times. Your aura is illuminated. You are bathed in a sea of source light. The energy has filled your head, your ears, your throat, your mouth. Your vocal cords attune and recalibrate as you assimilate these frequencies of energy for better communication, so that your words and energy as you speak to others carry these vibrations, and you offer healing to others in new ways, and that what you wish to communicate is heard, and your ability to listen with love and higher perspective intensifies. And now this brilliant white light begins flowing through your shoulders, where you've held so much. You may invite the release of the burdens of the past. You do not need to carry this any longer. The light flows down your arms, enveloping your tissues, your joints, elbows, wrists, nurturing you and healing you as it flows through your hands, your fingers, out your fingertips, and activates the palm chakras, so that you may step into your natural healing abilities or empower the abilities you have already known. Coming into balance in ways that allow you to serve, perhaps serve more people, more beings, or the earth herself. Perhaps bringing through new frequencies of energy that you're naturally attuned to. And gazing back into your shoulders that are now freer and looser. This source energy now flows down into your chest, filling your lungs to capacity, transmuting the emotion that you have held there into healing light. And your heart expands as it fills with this light. You are invited to look in your heart now with the love of this energy supporting you. And through loving awareness, what is there in your heart? What is there in your heart that has perhaps held you in stagnation, perhaps unforgiveness? What are you ready to release so that you may love more and you may receive more love? And if you are ready to release what you have discovered in your heart, you may repeat these words. What I am now aware of in my heart, that I have allowed to block love in my life, giving and receiving. I release this now into the light. It has served its purpose for me. And with gratitude, I move forward. I move on. Perhaps seeing the light, lifting it away, or knowing or trusting the process. I am free. I am free. I am free. Gazing back into your heart now. What is there? Is there a change? What does it feel like? Proceeding with this healing session, inviting the energy to flow down now through the abdomen, bringing balance and light and healing to not only the physical organs, but to all the emotions that have remained in this area of your body and your energy bodies. Allowing those emotions to release or to process and be released. Whatever is in your highest good, we invite to unfold. And who are you today? And who do you wish to be tomorrow? You're again invited to look within your solar plexus, your upper abdomen, with clear vision and loving eyes. What is there for you? Is there something there that blocks your ability to realize the potential of who you wish to be? Is there a message for you there? It is within your purview to choose again. Choose to release. What is there that you no longer need? In your own way, or perhaps with words such as these, knowing that your intention and the energy held within your intentional words is power. And you are the decider. I now release all emotion, all blocks, all energy that stands in my way of expressing who I truly am and who I wish to be. I release all need to live in ways that please others before pleasing myself. I am free, I am free, I am free. looking within the solar plexus or upper abdomen, and with clear, loving awareness, what is there now? Is there a change? Does it feel different? Inviting the light to move further, filling your entire abdominal cavity, bathing your reproductive organs. All body systems are receiving this energy. And finally, I invite you to look in to your root, the base of your spine. And with clear, loving eyes, as you gaze into this area, what is there for you? What issues, what energy, what do you sense is there? That perhaps has kept you in fear, kept you small, had you believe you're powerless. Has prevented you from claiming your place on earth in this lifetime, the power you came here with. And the ability to fulfill your purpose. What is there that no longer serves you? And that you are ready to step away from. Simply by your invitation, the brilliant source energy flows through that area with the force of a tidal wave, clearing and recalibrating. Allowing this energy center to re-assimilate, reorganize, realign with your mission, with your soul, with the wisdom that you came into this lifetime with, the clarity that you had when you entered this lifetime, and every gift you brought with you. Is unlocking for you now. And in the ways that are perfect for you, you shall be guided and inspired and empowered. Each and every day moving forward on your path, you are here now. We are here now for a great purpose, for great transformation, and to usher in change. And together, we usher in the light. We claim the light. Within ourselves and within each other. And this light continues down your physical body, your emotional bodies in totality, and flows into the earth. You are a bridge and an anchor. For the healing light of Source itself. To not only reach yourself and all beings on earth, but to help the planet. Bringing healing and balance and gratitude to our earth. You are completely illuminated from the innermost part of who you are. This light radiates outward. Far beyond your aura. See, feel, imagine, and intend that this healing light fills the room where you are. The building where you sit or lay. Pouring out into the neighborhood or the city. And every one of us here, as we do this, the light that expands from our bodies joins with the light expanding from the bodies of those with us, creating a beautiful white cloud of light surrounding the earth and bathing all we have created here, all that stands and all that flows, all that breathes, is touched by this light. And you're invited to name any cause, any group, any individual, any being at all, even a goal you might have. Whatever has your heart's attention and your mind's focus, name it now. And all who are open to receive this energy shall receive. And let us take a deep breath in, breathing in this light. Filling ourselves up. And may each on the planet who may be open to receiving, may they now breathe in this light themselves. And in this way, we are united. We are common in the light. We are of the light. And we are common in our relation to our earth, to nature, and together. In oneness we are. You are a being of light in this moment and all moments. And you are invited to remember this. Whenever you might forget. And you may take a couple of more deep breaths, bringing your awareness to your body, to your eyes, opening them when you are ready. All right. Wow. I want to ask you all in the chat as you're coming back, did you have some changes in those areas? Did some things change for you? Where did we stop? We stopped at the heart and we stopped here in the solar plexus and also the root, correct? Yeah. Did you notice some things there and did you notice some changes? And while you might be, uh, coming back to waking consciousness, and maybe you're going to type that in so we can see. But one of the things I want to say is that, even if you did not sense a change in those areas, what I would invite you to do is celebrate if you had any sense that even there was something there, because that's a really big step in just knowing that there's something there, or sensing that in some way. And so if you did find anything, then that's cause again to know that you're in the process of moving past these things. I'm seeing a couple people say that they yawned a lot, and that's great. Yawning is one of the signs that you're receiving the energy. Yeah, that's so common. Yawning, burping, some other gaseous things sometimes happen for people, not too common. But I have a YouTube video about that as well. Some people might jerk or I don't know if jerk is the right word. Twitch, that's a better word, maybe. Um, yeah. So, and then if you notice something in those areas, and then when you look back in, maybe it wasn't all gone, or maybe it was changed, or something like that. What I would say is that's great too, because as you become more aware, you're in a whole nother place as far as your journey toward knowing yourself as whole. Not a journey toward wholeness. I just want to put that out there right now. You are whole. You are complete. You're amazing and wonderful and whew. But we our perspective isn't always in a place that allows us to know that with a capital K. One of these times I did this and I said no with a capital N. That's because my brain gets kind of weird when I do this, but with a capital K. So when you begin to know with a capital K about what's going on with you, you shift into this whole other way of I'm going to say being. And so even if there's any residuals or things still there, then what I would say is just revisit it. And the other thing I'm going to say is oftentimes when we sleep, we process things. Sleep is a really powerful time. And so um, make a mental note of what you observed, where it ended up. And if there are still things there, tomorrow, tune back in and just get quiet and put your awareness in there and ask yourself those questions, because don't ever forget, when you ask a question, it's really powerful. You're activating the answer. So instead of just looking in, ask, what's there? What's there for me to know? What's there for me to be aware of? What's in there? Okay. So some interesting things, but I hope that that's helpful. I hope that you did enjoy that for sure. Somebody I saw just said something about a replay. So this will be available in fullness on YouTube, but I will get an edited version online on YouTube for you tomorrow. So I try to do that in about 24 hours. I'll cut this down. So all this talking stuff at the end will be out of it, unfortunately. But there are people who just like to just do the little meditation part. And so I'll pare that down. So there's always two versions of these monthly events, always two versions. The full version, this, and I'm going to stay for some Q&A here in a minute. And so this full thing is going to be, it'll be on YouTube. It'll stay on YouTube. And you might have to look under the live playlist, but it'll be there. And then tomorrow, when I publish the short version with just the Reiki meditation part, that one will be uploaded just like a regular video. So sometimes they show up in different places on the channel, but one tip is just look at the length, because the edited version is going to be, this one was a little bit longer, probably about 35 minutes, 40 minutes maybe. And then, of course, the longer one's going to be about an hour. So you can always sort of tell which one. And I try to label the thumbnails for you too. Oh, wow, Martha. She says, when I went into my root chakra, I saw a creative idea I had a long time ago expand. How cool is that? Yeah, I love that. Elizabeth says, the pain in my tailbone from a fall more than 3 months ago is not really noticeable right now. Ooh, I'm knowing that I'm really healing now. Awesome. That's beautiful. Oh, I have to make a note of this. Infertility for a video topic. Yeah. Beautiful. I have a really long list. I think infertility's on it, but I'll double check and I'll, make a note that someone else has asked me about that. Beautiful. I'm so thrilled that you're all here. Anybody have any questions? I can shift gears over there. I can shift gears to questions. See if anybody has any questions. Got about 15 minutes. So, oh, I was also going to tell you about new stuff, right? It's like you can tell I just did all that Reiki because I'm kind of like not uh I'm kind of all over the place. So, yeah, the big news is Mainstream Reiki community. We're opening it up very soon. What this is in a nutshell, I'll just tell you this really quick, and so then I'll answer some questions here. Number one, we shared the link to the newsletter at the beginning of this event to find out more about the community a little bit and get on the waiting list. We'll send you an invitation as soon as you can join. There's a link to that in that newsletter. The community is something that I've wanted to do for a long time. My mission for the community is to help Reiki practitioners succeed. So if you've taken Reiki, this is really for you. If you haven't taken Reiki yet, maybe this is for you later after you at least have a Reiki 1 class. The community will be, or is, it is already, it's just not open quite yet. But we've got it separated into 3 levels. So if the highest education in Reiki you've had is Reiki level 1, we have a level for you, and you'll be with Reiki 1 people. Okay. And then we have one for Reiki 2. And then we have one for Reiki Master and beyond. Because, once you become a Reiki Master, you might take the teacher training or you might not. Either's fine. You don't have to take teacher training to be in that level. But some people go on to take multiple styles of Reiki in the master, to the master level. So the idea here is I want you to have support of like-minded people, number one. A lot of you don't have family and friends that support you in your Reiki practice. This changes all that. You're going to have a community that gets you and that has similar experiences and similar questions. We're going to do group mentoring every month. We're going to do Reiki shares in there, live and online through Zoom. We're going to do distant Reiki swaps. That's a whole nother thing that we do. We're going to do, I've got educational resources in there. Gosh, I don't know, I'm kind of drawing a blank. But the idea here is you'll have opportunities for continuing education through resources. You're going to have the community where you can talk to people and make actual new Reiki friends who understand you, as I said. But the idea is to help you succeed in your practice. And it doesn't have to be about business. It can be simply self-Reiki if that's what your goal is. And that's important to me. I want you to realize your goals or dreams, whatever it is, why you decided to take Reiki. I want you to realize that, because the more of us who do that, changes our world. Okay, I'll stop talking. Okay, so first question. Do we have a first question? I saw lots of questions there. I don't know if I can get them all. Okay, Dolores. Do you need to do Kenyoku after doing meditation like this? Oh, I would say no. So my place for myself that I would use Kenyoku is after a client session. And what I mean by that is if I am offering either an in-person or a distance Reiki session, because during that time of that one-on-one, I'm getting really, I don't want to use the word connected to their energy because that's not really what's happening, but you're spending a lot of time focused on that person's energy. And so my whole focus is on that. And so my client, I always say client, but that person is my focus. I'm immersed in that experience so that I can offer everything I possibly can for their highest good. And so after that session, Kenyoku helps me because it helps separate Andrea from what all that just was. But if you're just meditating or something like that, and I know we did, there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of us here. It's, I don't know, for me, it's different. And what I would say is if you feel like doing Kenyoku, then do it. There's never a wrong time to do it. And, but that's just kind of how I do it. If it's kind of a one-on-one, or if I have thoughts that are lingering. So that's a big clue. So if you ever offer Reiki or, you're in a crowded space and then you leave and you feel yicky, Kenyoku, Kenyoku. I hope that's helpful, Dolores. Yeah, another question. Oh, sorry, Sorrel. Can you think your intentions during the Reiki, or do you have to say it out loud? Oh, that's a great question. You can yes, 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 just think them. But here's what I want to tell you. When you use your voice, look at how much energy you're setting in motion. All right. So thinking is, yes, very powerful. But how many thoughts do you have in a day versus how many things do you say out loud in a day? And then to kind of go back to what I said too about the energy. When we say things out loud, what are we doing? We're actually hearing them at the same time. So we're experiencing what was a thought, we're experiencing it through sound. We're experiencing the physical sensation of actually translating the thought to sound waves. So the body is actually vibrating to get the thought expressed. And those sound waves, that's something you've created out of a thought. Isn't that interesting? And then if you think about writing them down as well, then you're adding a whole nother energetic layer to the intention. And so my philosophy is the most empowered intention is one that you say and then you write down and then you even revisit later. So I might put a Post-it note up or something until I've really become very at one with that intention. I hope that that's helpful. But thinking, especially if you're in a crowded place or whatever, and it's not like you can talk out loud, do it. Think about it. And if you can write it, because you don't want to say it, do that too. But it's all energy. So the more energy you stir up around an intention, the greater power it's going to have. Thanks for that question. Another question. Sylvia, it's like everybody's got an S name in the questions. Hi, Andrea. I'm in the UK. Am I right that the energy can travel? I'm sure I felt. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Isn't that amazing? When I made my first distance Reiki video for YouTube, I sat there and I thought, is this even going to work? And I'd done Reiki for years, but I thought it's kind of weird because it's a thing on YouTube and it's going to be recorded. And how's that going to work? And so I didn't know, but I decided I had the guidance, I guess, to just do it and see what happens. Well, it works. It works. Why does it work? Because we tend to think of ourselves as, we look in the mirror, I'm looking in my computer and I'm seeing this. And so to me, this is who I am. And I've got edges to me, I'm defined in a certain way. And I think we really all do that. And we forget that we're so much more than what this is. We have consciousness, we have intention, and we're connected to this source energy, which energy isn't bound by time or space, not like what we think we are. And so when we begin to recognize that thoughts are energy, intention is energy, things begin to shift for us. It doesn't mean that we have to believe that the Reiki is going to reach you in the UK from here in Michigan. So belief is something a little bit separate because truth resides outside of belief. Belief doesn't have to match anything to make something true with a capital T. So I'm thinking in terms of universal law. You don't have to believe that gravity is a force. You experience it every day. So you can fight the believing in gravity all you want to. It doesn't change that it's true. I don't know if that made enough sense, but it absolutely travels to you. I have zero doubt about that at all. I'm glad that you are here, Sylvia. Thank you. Bubba, how can I heal this feeling of rejection that I found from childhood on with the feeling that I'm unable to do Reiki for myself or others? And darkness always feels so much stronger than the light. Wow, Bubba. Whew. What I would say, Bubba, is that when we form beliefs, agreements at a very young age, they can have very lasting effects on us. And what that will do is it sort of, and I'm not saying this is pertains to you in particular, but this is just what's coming to my mind to say, to consider. But when we're children, we're conditioned by the people around us. And because we're completely reliant on those people to have all of our needs met, we we want to please them, we want to have our needs met. And so we end up believing things about ourselves that really aren't true necessarily, but because we do that when we're very, very young, it's like we set our programming in place without even knowing it. Okay. And so Reiki can help you, but there are other things that can help you too. So I would hope that you would explore some different things. Um, yeah. Okay. I'm going to say this. So one of the things that comes to my mind for you, Bubba, is sound healing, and in particular, biofield tuning. And you can look that up online, but biofield tuning um, is a way, it's actually quite non-invasive. I like more non-invasive modalities because I don't believe that we need to relive traumas or anything to have them healed. That's just me. That's my own, my experience and my belief. And Reiki's non-invasive as well. And so you might look into biofield tuning, because it's hard for us often to let some of these things go and to heal because they're so personal to us. They're part of our story. We can get very invested in them, and it can be complicated, especially if we have family members that are intertwined with how these things all came to be. And when we do Reiki, we don't go there. It's more about energy, not imbalance, finding balance. And so the release happens. So you don't even have to go, you don't have to know the root cause or anything like that. So I would say, please continue with Reiki and try that. But the other thing I'm going to tell you is biofield tuning is similar in that it's looking for the dissonance in your field, no matter the cause, and then it's untangling that and releasing it so that it's in harmonic resonance, so it's in resonance, I guess I'll say, with your highest good. And that's another way to release it. So it's not about the story, which I think the story can be really hard for us sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot I could say about that. So biofield tuning, Reiki, journaling, affirmations. Let me read your question. How can I heal this healing project? Yeah. So I would do that. There are a lot of videos on my YouTube channel that I think would help you. There's one about the inner child, healing the inner child. That would be a great one for you to try out. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. There's the podcast episode, Tuning the Biofield with Eileen McCusick. That's right over there in the chat for you. You could link on that. Yeah. Esteban is saying homeopathy. So, Bubba, there's a lot of love for you. We're pulling for you. And yeah, we're with you. You're light, Bubba. I know that. I know that. I know that. I'm pulling for you. It is noon, but I want to take one more question if we can. One more question. Mary Allen, do we need permission to send distant Reiki to someone for their highest good and healing? So here's my answer to that. I think it's great if we have dialogue about Reiki and we talk to them and we're like, hey, you know about this Reiki thing, and get their permission. But there are times, like if maybe you just came to this event today and you wanted to send it to somebody, so I'll answer it like that. Um, you can absolutely offer it. It's like, oh yeah, I'm sending Reiki. But then let it go. Don't have any motivation. Don't be hooked in if, did they receive it? Did it make a change for them or what? Just with your open heart, offer it with the understanding that they can either accept it or not, and you're okay with it either way. And it's that simple, I think. So I would say that. There are also times where we can't get permission. If someone is in a coma or we can't reach them, and maybe they would love to have Reiki if they knew it was an option for them. And so we can always send it with our, again, open heart, inviting them to accept it or not. It's up to them. Thanks so much for that question. I wish I had time to answer all your questions, but again, we'll be back. So join me back here next month. I always forget to look at my calendar. It's going to be the 3rd. Oh, August 3rd. Can you believe it? It's going to be the end of summer here in the US, August 3rd, almost. Anyway, thank you all for being here so much. And don't forget, the shortened version I'll have on YouTube tomorrow. All right. So, everyone, take really good care. It was great to see you here. And I love seeing the familiar names. What a joy it is. Take care. I wish you highest blessings in all you do today and all days. Bye, everyone.